If we're trying to copy an angle, we first have to mark a point. So right underneath it, I'm going to mark point X. And then we're going to use a ruler, straight edge, to draw a ray with the endpoint X. So if X is my endpoint, that means my ray is going to go in this direction. I'm just going to make sure it's in the same direction as the given one. It's just slightly longer. It doesn't have to be, but that's what I'm going with. So step 1, done. Step 2, place the compass point at W, which means my sharp end goes on W. So you should be able to read these directions and recreate what we're doing right now. Point W, we're going to draw an arc that intersects both sides of angle W, meaning you can open the compass as wide as you want to, as long as when you swing and sketch an arc, it hits both sides. So here we are, and we hit both sides. It does say, label the points of intersection B and C. So here's B and C. Step 2 is complete. Step 3, without changing the setting, meaning whatever you had, the opening, so whatever opening you had on the first diagram, then without changing that setting, you're going to place the sharp end, which is the compass point, at X, which I'm doing right now, and then you're going to draw an arc that will intersect this ray. So here's me drawing an arc that intersects the ray, and I'm just going to go a little out, further out. Here we go. Mark the point Y at the intersection. So this right here is point Y. Step 3 is also complete. No, that's not last step. Step 4, place the compass point at C. So we're going to go ahead and look at this point C. And open the compass to the distance of B. In other words, sharp on C, pencil on B. Once they're aligned, only then you're going to arc through it. Okay? So that would be step 4. And then you're going to keep the same setting, and your sharp end is going to go on Y, and you're going to arc through. So once again, you went sharp on C, arc through B, and then the same setting, sharp on Y, arc through. And this is how you are going to get your point of intersection. You're going to label it Z. So this point is right here, that's Z. And now by connecting Z and X, we're going to create the side of the angle. And now these two angles are equal in measure. We just literally copied angle W over here. Additional example that I would like to show you is how to construct or copy an angle that is obtuse. So this was an acute. Now we're going to take a look at obtuse angle. Here's point A, which is the vertex of an angle. We're going to create another vertex, let's say X. Remember, we're going to create a ray. So I'm going to go in the same direction. Here we are. The next step would be placing sharp end on A. You can open as wide as you want to, as long as your arc hits both sides, which it did. And then remember, without changing the opening, you will sketch another arc that hits the ray you just sketched. Here we go. Just a couple of things we need to highlight. We can label these points of intersection as B and C. and this one right here as y. So the only one that we're missing is the second side of this angle. So we're clearly looking for a point in this area. And to figure that out, to find out where it is, we're going to measure the distance between B and C, sharp on B, pencil on C. Once it is adjusted, you're going to arc through C. And then you're going to place the sharp end on Y, arc through that. So this is where they intersect. And finally, I can put a line through X and Z. So this is how we copy an angle that is obtuse.